My name is Emma Jo Morris. I was deputy politics editor of the New York Post in October of 2020 and the lead byline on the Laptop from Hell series, or what it's come to be known as by the New York Post. I find it funny every time I kind of get asked, do you feel vindicated? Obviously, this has been confirmed over and over again over the last 3+ years. And the thing is, I didn't have much of a career when I wrote those stories. And so before they were published, I was vindicated because I was absolutely sure that what we had was legit and airtight and bomb tight. We made sure, obviously, I had everything to lose personally if I were to get those stories wrong. Obviously, it's not a small deal when you're reporting on the Democratic candidate for president's son's computer. If I had Don Jr.'s computer that had the exact same contents on it, it was the exact same thing exactly, and it was just Don Jr. was the owner and not Hunter Biden, I would have run it 1000%. It was newsworthy and important to inform the public before the election that one of the candidates potentially was taking money, or so it appeared, from the Chinese Communist Party. That is newsworthy, and I don't care who it's about. I don't care. I don't work for any campaigns. I don't work for any candidates. I was working for the New York Post, and that was my job. I don't think that the media has enough self-awareness or enough understanding of its role and the reason for its existence to ever own up to anything that they said. I mean, yeah, apology probably isn't the right word, but at least to, you don't, I guess, owe an apology. It would be just more like more pragmatic than that, like clarifying to their readers and listeners, like, by the way, I totally misinformed you and I totally led you wrong a couple years ago. And since then, there's been this, mountain of evidence that's come out that I was totally wrong. And you need to know for your own information that actually, no, this is totally real. This is totally legit. This is not tampered with. It's not altered. It's not from Russia, whatever. And they don't see their role as that. So I don't see that they'll ever do that. It seems like these shows and columns and mastheads are kind of all just like vanity projects for self-promotion of these individual journalists. So in order to do that, it would require A, humility, and B, taking themselves down a peg, which is the exact opposite of what they see their day-to-day mission as, right? And honestly, though, if anybody has any apologizing to do, it's really the FBI. It's the intelligence community who is the origin and the genesis of this lie and this disinformation, to take the words of spies and repeat them just verbatim, Politico, just verbatim, with no critical thinking, with no criticism, with no nothing, not a single question to follow up on anything, after they just spent 3 years in a runaround with the exact same people telling them fake things to tell the American public about the Manchurian candidate, Donald Trump from Russia, is just, it can't be overstated how, I don't want to use the word dumb it is, because that's not the right word. It's just preposterous. It's a total abdication of their duty. It's a total abdication of their role. It's so unserious, and really it's so damaging. It's so damaging to this country. I get it. They're human beings and they want to be invited to parties, and they don't want to upset their friends, and they don't want to upset their spouses, and they don't want to upset their peers and colleagues. And okay, but where do you draw the line? I thought it was insane and almost beyond parody what I was watching, as the entire political establishment, intelligence community, media establishment, big tech, everyone just made up a story that I knew wasn't true. And these were like some big authority or something. But vindication, I mean, I guess it's kind of funny now to watch them all have to walk back this kind of crazy, outrageous claim that they had all made. But I was vindicated the minute we pressed publish.